Good morning, students. Today, let us discuss about the features of Python language. It is easy to learn. So basically, it is a free and open source programming language. The software can be downloaded and used freely. Okay. And easy to read. So Python code is more clearly defined and visible to the eyes. So easy to maintain. So what are the Python code is there, source code, it is very easy to maintain. A board standard library, a broad standard library. What is meant by broad standard library? So it is very portable because it will be compatible with different OSs like Unix, Windows. So it will be compatible with operating systems. Okay, all kinds of operating systems. That is the advantage of Python. And interactive mode. Python has support for an interactive mode, which allows interactive testing and debugging of snippets of code. It is portable. Why? Because it will already be discussed. Variety of hardware platforms it can run. It will be run on variety of hardware platforms as well as same interface on all platforms. Extendable. You can add low-level modules to the Python interpreter. These modules enable programmers to add to or customize their tools to be more efficient. So databases. So it is having interfaces to all major commercial databases. And GUI programming is also possible. What is a graphical user interface applications? So why? Because here it is having the portable to maintain system calls like Grace and Windows system. Basically, it is acquainted with the Unix. The next, it is scalable. Okay, because support for large programs and shell scripting. It supports functional and structured programming methods as well as loops. So object-oriented programming. It can be used as a scripting language or can be compared to bytecode or building large applications. It provides very high-level dynamic data types and supports dynamic type checking, and it supports automatic garbage collection. It is easy to be integrated with programming languages like C, C++, Java, etc. Then it is very simple to write Python programming script. Basically, Python programs are having the extension of .py. So let us write a file, source code with test.py file. So write the Python prompt. So print 4 plus 3. What is the answer you will get? So you will get answer equal to 7. Print 4 minus 3, 1. Print 4 greater than 3. True it will return. Then print hello world. You will get hello world as output. So identifier. So what is identifier? Which is the name used to identify a variable in Python or function in Python, class, module, or other object in Python. An identifier starts with a letter A to Z, the capital A to Z or small a to Z, or an underscore followed by 0 or more letters. So underscores and digits 0 to 9. An identifier starts with a letter. So basically, you can accept here lowercase and uppercase letters, and it is having an underscore followed by 0 or more letters. Then it does not tell you. So basically, the Python does not tell you characters such as a at the rate, dollar, and percentage. These kind of operators are not allowed as identifiers in identifiers. Then Python is a case sensitive programming language. Very important. Why it is called as case sensitive? Why? Because to take manpower. So it is of case sensitive. Why? Because it is the word case and this is lowercase letter. So these are of different types of identifiers it will consider. Class name starts with an uppercase letter. So if you take a class name, it will start with uppercase letter. All other identifiers start with a lowercase letter. Starting an identifier with a single leading underscore indicates that the identifier is private. Starting an identifier with two leading underscores indicates that it is a strongly private identifier. So single underscore, we can say it is a private. But when we'll say it is strongly private, two leading underscores indicates that it is strongly private. If the identifier also ends with two trailing underscores, the identifier is a language-defined special. The following list shows the Python keywords. These are reserved keywords, and you cannot use them. So what are those? constant, variable, and identifier names. So there some names are reserved. All the Python keywords contain lowercase letters. So these are the Python keywords. Some examples are here. Okay, some of them directly we can use in many times. We like print statement, we can use if statement, else statement, if statement, class statement, and we can use break, we can use while. So all these things we're going to use regular programming. Next, Python provides no braces to indicate blocks of code. In C, if you want to, in C, if you observe, we're going to write the code with braces as a block of code for class and function definitions or flow control. Blocks of code are denoted by line indentation. So instead of avoiding using braces, so here we're going to follow the line indentation, which is rigidly enforced. Thus, in Python, all the continuous lines indented with same number of spaces. It would be from a block. Statements in Python are typically end with a new line. So new line means here we are going to use a continuation character. What is that? Slash. To denote that the line should be continued. So for an example, total equal to. So after writing the first statement, there is a slash. Second one, item 2, plus there is a continuation, plus item 3. So for continuation, we're going to use this continuation character, and statements contained within the rectangular curly braces or parenthesis do not need to use line continuation character. So if you are going to write anything in between these rectangular curly or parenthesis, no need to use this continuation character. For example, we take a list. So this list is having the data of days, whatever the days in the week. So they are displayed here: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Next, it will accept, Python will accept single, double, and triple quotes to denote the string letters, as long as the same type of code start and ends at the string. So the triple quotes are used to span the string across multiple lines. So if you observe here, single quotes are used to represent a word, and double quotes are used to represent a sentence. And if you want to represent paragraph where number of sentences are there, so there we are going to use triple quotes in Python. Next to hash, it is for comments. So in order to write some comments in the Python, we are going to use hash. So why? Because we need to understand the, a user need to understand the statement, whatever we're going to written, for that we are going to use these comments. So basically hash sign, it is not inside a string, literal begins with a comma. All characters after the hash and up to the end of the physical line are part of the comma, and the Python interpreter ignores them. Print, hello Python. This is the second statement. Comment multiple lines. There are multiple lines are there, commented lines. And variable, basically it is a name. Basically variable is a name of identifier. It is associated with a value. A simple description of variable is a name that is assigned to a value. So basically, for example, you want to give some input. So it is with a variable, and that input is having some name. We're going to print with some name. Internally, they are going to store some value. Here also some example is there. What is that? Assignment operator. So here num is the variable, num equal to 10. You are assigning the value of 10 to the variable num, and num equal to num plus. Assigning values to the variables. In Python, variables do not need explicit declaration to reserve memory space. So no need to declare the variables in the Python to reserve the memory space particularly. The declaration happens automatically when you assign a value to a variable. So whenever you are going to assign a variable, then only the declaration will be completed. No need to separately declare int a. So you need to declare the variable separately. The equal sign is used to assign values to the variables. The operand to the left of the equal to operator is the name of the variable, and the operand to the right of the equal to operator is the value stored in the variable. For example, if you take, so this is the value. So this is the name of the variable, and this is the value stored in the variable. Okay. So print counter, print miles, what you're going to get an integer assignment, floating point assignment, a string data. So basically, you're going to get the same answer here using print statement. Then multiple assignments. So here it will allow, Python will allow us to assign a single value to several variables simultaneously. It is A is equal to B equal to C equal to 1. Also assign multiple objects to multiple variables. So we can assign A comma B comma C equal to 1 to 1 some string data. Next, the data stored in memory can be of many types. Data types in the Python. So basically there are 5 standard data types, but here other than 5, remaining are also listed. What are those? Boolean values, none operator one, numbers, string, tuple, list, sets. So basically none is a data type which won't return any value. Primitive data type having one of two values. What are those? True and false. Okay, so Boolean values means true and false. So true means true, you are going to print. False means false. If text is there, it is true. If there is no text means false, it will return. Similarly, within the single quote, so space is also one character, it is true. And 0, it is false. And nothing will be there, it is false. Data is there, true. None means false. Special data type is none. What is because the data type means no, non-existent, not known or empty. It is a check of emptiness. In Python, numbers will be used to data types store numeric values. And here, number of objects are created when you assign a value to them. What are those number of objects where one variable 2? So you are going to assign value 1 to the variable 1, 10 to the variable 2. So these are going to be created whenever going to start with the assignment statement. Python supports 4 different numerical types: integer, float, complex, fractional. Integers are no fractional part, and automatically provides extra precision for large numbers whenever it is needed. So these are some binary numbers, which is represented with 0 be followed by numericals 1 zeros. But because in binary number system, radix is 2 and digits are 0, 1. And octal numbers, if you take octal literals, so it is represented by 0, O. And these are the octal values 1, 2, 0, 3, 7, 7. So basically in a octal number system, which is of radix set having digits 0 to 7. And if you take hexadecimal literals, we are going to represent it with 0x. And the values here are 0, 1, 1, 0 and FF. So basically it is having the base of 16. We are going to use the digits 0 to 9 and A to F. So conversion between different bases. If you want to convert, you can go with conversion also with different bases. Long integer, short integer, fractional parts we can see. And here if you observe, first case, literals are, these are integers. And next case, floating point numbers, and these are the octal, hexadecimal and binary. And then these are, first one is octal. This one is octal, okay. And this one is hexadecimal and this is binary. And then this is complex one. So complex numerical literals, and there are constructional forms. There are decimal and fractional extension types, and this is a Boolean type in constants. And then, so there is some overflow is there, arithmetic overflow. Why? Because a condition that occurs when a calculated rate is too large than a magnitude to be represented, then overflow will occur. Underflow means if it is too small, then underflow will occur. So overflow and underflow will be calculated. The result is too large and too small. Okay. This is recording some basics of Python programming. And let us discuss about what are the operators and expressions present in the Python program. Okay. So basically, introduction to the operators. So basically, operators are the constructors which can manipulate the value of operands. So consider the expression 4 plus 5 equal to 9. So if you want to manipulate, so here 4 and 5 are what? Operands, and plus is the operator. And different types of operators are arithmetic operators, assignment operators, comparison operators, logical, bitwise, membership, and identity operators. So let us discuss about arithmetic operators. So basically, command plus, it represents the addition, sum of two numbers. So you're going to get the output equal to 9. Minus means subtraction. Subtraction of two numbers, you are going to get 3 output. So this asterisk represents multiplication. 4 into 5, you're going to get 20. And this is slash represents true division, 19 by 3, 6.3333. And the double slash will represent integer division. So 19, which is floor division by 3. So it is equal to 6. And then percentage, which is remainder. So that is equal to 1. And it will represent, two asterisks will represent exponent. That is 2 power 4. It is equal to how much? 60. So here there is one example program is there. We can execute it. The addition, subtraction, multiplication for all kind of operations. And then operator precedence. Remember that there is a fold order of operations that taught in maths. So whatever the operations are there in maths, we are going to remind it. What is that? Parenthesis, exponents, multiplication, division, and remainder. So this is the precedence of operators. Accordingly, we will execute. And finally, addition and subtraction is having least precedence. So this is the order of precedence. So parenthesis, 0 precedence, exponentiation, top precedence, then multiplication, multiplication, division, interdivision, remainder are having same precedence levels, addition and subtraction afterwards. So if you take two numbers, so we can go with these values. Floor division, which one will take first? So let us take this exercise. Arithmetic and assignment. These operators, let us go with assignment operators. We are going to use equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to, asterisk equal to. What is that? Assigning values from right side operands to the left side operand. C equal to A plus B. But here what you're going to do, C is equal to C plus A. And this is C equal to C minus A. And here C equal to C into A. So this is the equivalent representation of all numbers. So there is one example program is there for these assignment operators. You can work on this and you can get the answer. So whatever we discussed in the previous case. Next, comparison operators or relational operators. So basically these are used to compare the values on either sides of them and decide the relation among them. So basically they are relational operators. So assume a variable which holds the value 10 and the variable which holds the value 20. So A equal to 20, sorry, A equal to 10, B equal to 20. Then, so like that we're going to give assignment and what is that? Operator. So if the values of the two operands are equal, then the condition becomes true. So here is the values are all equal, not equal. So it is false. Not equal. It is true. Why? Because 10 and 20 are not equal, it is true. Next, greater than. Which one is greater? Which one is greater? So if you see 10 and 20. So here if you take A is greater than B, it is false. But A is less than B, it is true. Less than or equal to B false, less than or equal to greater than or equal to B false, less than or equal to B true. So we can get the answer like this. Next, after that, logical operators. So what are logical operators? And or not. So what is and? If both operands are true, the condition becomes true. If any one of the operand is true, or it will return the true value. And then use it to reverse the logical state of the operand. Not is used to reverse the logical state of the operand. So and or not operation. We will get the output. Membership operators. Next, let us go with bitwise operators. This includes operators treat integers as strings of binary numbers. So applications are they are used in network packet serial ports and are packed with binary data. Decimal equivalent of 1 equal to 000. Python membership operators test for membership in a sequence. So basically there are two membership operators, in and not in. In means evaluates to true if it finds a variable in the specified sequence. If it is not present, it will evaluate to false. Bitwise operators, bitwise and bitwise or bitwise XOR and not. What is bitwise? Here if you observe, so bitwise and means if both if both values are true, then it will return one value. Otherwise, it will return 0 value and operator. If you observe here, for A and B, both values are 1. for this case. That's why you're going to get 1, and remaining cases you are going to get 0. So this is the OR operator. So for OR, if you consider, if any one of the input is equal to 1, output is 1. So in this case, A equal to 1, A equal to 1. So you're going to get 0, 0, 1, 1. And here 1, 1. So that's why you're going to get 1, 1. And there is B is equal to 1, you're going to get 0, 1. Either of the A or B equal to 1, your R will be 1. XOR operation, if you consider, XOR of 3 numbers you need to convert. What is that? 0 XOR 0, 0, 0 XOR 0, 0, 1 XOR 0, 1, 1 XOR 0, 1, and 1 XOR 1, 0, 1 XOR 1, 0, 0 XOR 1, 1. Next, not of 8. So we're going to invert these bits 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. So binary and binary or XOR, left shift and right shift. These are the operations. These operations are performed with using this. So there is one example is there, membership operators. Next, identity operators. What are identity operators? If they are equal, both the values are equal, then we are called identity operators. Identity operators are is not. Okay. Operator precedent, which one is first, which one is last. Already we discussed in the previous slide. Which one is having more importance? Like so there is one example here for operator precedence. Let us see. What is that example? It's this one. Parenthesis is having 0 precedence. Exponential is having first parenthesis followed by exponentiation, then multiplication, division, into division, and similar. We use square first, then system for addition and subtraction. This is recording operator precedence. So this is recording operators and expressions. In Python. So basically, what is expression? Let us discuss about this. So basically, expression in Python, we discuss expression is a combination of values, variables, and operators. So value is considered as an expression. A equal to 10, one expression, A plus 20 equal to 30. This is one expression. 2 plus 3 asterisk will return what? 2 plus 3 asterisk 4. First multiplication is 12 plus 2 is equal to 20. First statement in above, what is called A equal to 10 is assignment statement. Second one is assignment with an expression. And next one is interpreter values that displays the user. Next, generally in Python, it will follow PEMDAS. What is that? Parenthesis having higher precedence, then exponentiation, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. When more than one operator appears in an expression, the order of evaluation depends on the rules of precedence. According to the rules of precedence, we need to follow this PEMDAS. Next, Python follows the same precedence rules for its mathematical operators that mathematics does. Infix, the Westphal expression says of 3 types: infix expression, prefix expression, postfix expression. What is infix expression? If the expression is written in like this, in operand 1, operator, and operand, like operator is plus here, A plus B. And next case is prefix. What is that? Operator is first, then operand 1, operator, that is plus AB. And postfix expression, operand 1, operand 2, then operator. Expression example is AB plus. So these are the different 3 types of expressions in Python. Thank you. So this is recording operators and expressions in Python. Thank you.